How to make a perfect turtleneck. First thing to do is to join the both part of the neck together and then measure. Now with whatever you measured, you're going to fold the piece of fabric that you're going to be using for the turtleneck, and then I'm going to go up by 2.5, okay, by 2.5. If you want yours longer, you can use up to 3, 4, wherever, okay. Then at the center, I'm going to come down by 1/2 inch, okay. Just watch carefully. And then at the side, I'm going to come up by 1/2 inch, okay. So I'm going to divide whatever I have by 2, and I'm going to use a curved ruler, okay, to curve it out the way, to connect the dots the way I'm doing in the video, okay, to curve it out. And that is it. It's going to sit perfectly on your shoulder. So the next thing I'm going to do is just to cross check my measurement to make sure everything I have is supposed to be 2 inches. So I'm going to use 1/2 inch for joining allowance on both sides. So what will remain is just 1 inch sitting on my neck. So if you want yours to be longer, you can use you can increase your measurements, especially the height, okay. Now I'm going to come in by the side by 1/2 and then rule a slanted line. This is to make the zip, tight, sits properly at the back. You understand that? Okay, now the next thing we're going to be doing is to cut another piece of the fabric, the other piece of the okay. I'm just cleaning it out, making sure that it is as smooth as possible. So that's the upper part and that's the lower part. I'm going to cut another piece of this fabric. That's going to serve as the lining for the neck, okay? It's going to serve as the lining for the neck. So you guys, if you love my content, don't forget to, show me some love. Actually, love the content, yeah. Okay, so back to our video. You're going to cut out a piece of the nets or whatever you want to be visible on the neck, okay, and you're going to put it in between the two fabric you cut, and you're going to sew. You're going to sew with 1/2 inch. That's if you want to get the length that I use, the height of my own turtleneck. You're going to sew with 1/2 inch. Remember, you left 1 inch as sewing allowance, okay. So now I'm done sewing with 1/2 inch. You're going to notch. Whenever you sew a curve, anything that has a curve with it, you're going to have to notch so that when you iron it flat, it will just relax. And then I'm trimming out the excess allowance just to make sure there is no it's not bulging out. You understand? There is no puffiness there. I want it to be as smooth, as slick as possible. Now I'm going to top stitch. Now I'm done top stitching. What I'm going to do is to iron, okay. Remember, iron is your best friend as a tailor, okay. Now that I'm done iron, I'm going to fold it into 2 just to get the center, and you will not share because you're going to be joining. I like to join from the center to the side. It makes my work easier. Just fold your fabric in 2, get the center point and mark. Then you're going to wherever that place that you notch, you're going to connect it both. Now look at how I'm joining it. I'm joining the back first. I'm joining the back part of the turtleneck to the back part of the material. You observe that, right? This is to give it a very neat finishing. So back part of the turtleneck to the back part. Then when I'm done joining, I'll now flip it over. Okay, let's go slowly. Now, once you're done joining the back part of the turtleneck to the back part of the material, you're going to notch again. Remember, once you sew a curve, you have to notch, okay? Now, I'll flip it over and I will top stitch. So that will give it a very clean and neat closure. Your rough edges will not be showing at all, okay? Whenever you want to make a collar, a band, just use this method. It's going to give you neat finishing. So iron, and as you can see, our turtleneck is ready. I hope you enjoyed this video. And you can follow me for more videos like this.